Hi guys, I wanted to do an update on my first 3 rounds of chemo. So my first round was pretty terrible, just nauseous and vomiting the whole time. I couldn't sleep. I just carried a little bucket around with me up all night. It was pretty unbearable. And then finally, once it subsided, my mouth was just covered in sores, so then I couldn't eat. So I lost a lot of weight, was really weak. But then they adjusted some meds. So I started taking some new IV meds. On the day they'd hook me up, I would take steroids orally while I was at home with the pump. And then when I would go for disconnect, they would give me a different IV drug too, called Amend and Aloxi. They really helped for my second round, less nausea and vomiting, but I just slept then, it seemed, for those 5 or 6 days, just so weak, couldn't get off the couch, but I was still really grateful that I didn't have any more nausea. That was just absolutely unbearable. And I was able to actually take the meds, and they seemed to help a little bit. For round 2, and just now, I just got disconnected from round 3, so I'm officially a quarter of the way done. 9 rounds to go. I'm in single digits now. And this round was so much better. I just had more energy. I mean, I still am napping and, going in and out and making sure I'm resting, but I actually feel like I have energy to actually do stuff around the house and help contribute and still kind of feel normal, not just like I'm losing, 5 or 6 days. I'm trying to think. My hair is thinning. I'm not bald. I'm wearing this hat just because I'm not allowed to shower for the few days that I'm hooked up to the pump. So I can go shower now that I just got unhooked. But a little bit of good news I wanted to share. This is still just hard to take in, and I still, have rough times at night and things like that, and always looking for positivity and success stories and things like that. Stage 4 is not something that, you take lightly. So that has been a challenge. But on Tuesday, when I went to get hooked up for chemo, they drew my blood and they ran a test for my CEA levels, which is kind of a tumor marker that, lets you know how much cancer kind of is in your body. And when I was first diagnosed, I was off the charts at 15.1. Normal is 0 to 2.5. So that was scary, but we knew I had a very large tumor, and stage 4, it had spread, so we knew it was going to be bad. So anyways, they drew my blood on Tuesday, so that was after completing 2 chemo sessions. And today I got my results, and they dropped to 0.7. 0.7. And I just am so happy I have something, positive going for me. I'm so scientific based. I love numbers and stats, even though so far they've not been helpful. But this is something I'm so glad I can look at and understand. And it's showing that the chemo is working. And that's just after 2 sessions. So I'm really hopeful. They want to get it down, obviously, they said 0.0. So I'm just going to keep chugging along and still just stay as positive as I can and still keep feeling as normal as possible, and just doing everything that I'm doing. Thanks for everyone's advice. With whether it's, diet recommendations, exercise recommendations, sending me positive and uplifting books. I'm reading them all. And doing my daily devotionals. This is probably the most I've or the closest I've been with God, and really praying hard, hitting my knees every night, doing my readings in the mornings. And I just feel like everything is really working, and I've got some hope. So the last day of 2020 is ending on the highest note yet, and I cannot wait to look forward to 2021, and hope everyone has a safe New Year's tonight. Thank you.